Hey, thanks for joining me to color. Today we're going to be working on this adorable La La Land Crafts stamp called Big Panda Marci. Isn't she cute? I will put a link down in the description box to the card kit and all the supplies I used. I would love for you to come shopping with me. If you have a question, leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Otherwise, I have stamped my image already on Neenah 80-pound solar white cardstock with Memento Tuxedo black ink. So let's color. Since we're going to cut our girl out, we're not going to outline her today, so we're going to start with her skin. For that, we're going to use E11, E00, E000. For her cheeks, I'm going to use R02, R12, and R11. So I'm going to go ahead and start down here at her legs with E11. And I'm going to do the inside of her leg. So I'm going to do a little thin line underneath of her shorts here. And then for her knee, or for her leg, I'm going to flick out away from my edge, and I'm going to bring the knee out just a little bit. Give it a little indentation there, like that. And then the same for this side. We're going to go across where her shorts are, and then we're going to flick in away from her leg, but I want to give her in a little bit deeper there for her leg, for her knee. I think I'll do this side just a little bit more. Then I'm going to go with E00. So I want to rub across that line, so I'm going to go up here underneath of her shorts. And then I'm going to come down here and do right along that edge. Same for this. So I'm going to go across that line at the top of her shorts and then brush away from our E11 on this side. Then I'm going to fill it in with E000. I'm going to go back over it a second time. So I've grabbed my E11. Then E00. And then I'm going to fill it in with my E000. And I like to go clear across the entire thing just to soften all the colors together. Okay, I like that. So let's go up here and do her arm next. So I'm going to again grab E11, and she's got a little bit of her hand showing right here holding the bear. So I'm going to go underneath of her finger here and across where the bear's touching her hand. And then I'm going to give her thumb a little dab of color. Then for her other hand, let's go around over here and up her thumb. And then let's come back up this way. And I'm going to give her a little bit of a wrist right there. And let's come up here and let's give her a little dip for her elbow. And then under her sleeve. And then I'm going to go with E00 next. And I just want to soften that edge. So let's go right along here. And I'm going to bring this hand up here so I just have a little bit of white across the top right there. And this side, let's go fill in her hand. And then we're going to brush away from that line and leave a little bit of white on the edge. And then we're going to take E000 and fill that little white space in. Okay, and I'm going to go over it again, so I've grabbed E11. And I'm just going to go back where I put my color the last time. I just blend it a second time. Then I'm going to go with E00. And then my E000 just to fill it in. Alright, so let's go up here now and we will do her neck. So I've grabbed E11 and I'm going to go underneath of her chin. and then E00. And bring that down here just a little bit more. And then my E000. And we'll go over it a second time with E11, E00, and then E000 to fill it in. Then let's go up here and we'll work on our face. So I'm going to go with E11 first, and let's give a little bit here on this outside ear. And I'm going to make the bottom of the ear darker. And same for this side. Let's go next to our hair and then brush a little bit of that dark up there. Then I'm going to go with a thin line underneath of her bangs. Continue all the way across. And I think I'll bring this side down just a little bit, like that. And then I'm going to go with E00 next. So I want to brush right over the top of that line on each of those areas. I'm going to bring this color out here underneath of her eye. And I'm not worried that the line's not blending, because we're going to go back over it a second time after I fill in her cheek color. And then I'm going to go with E00. And if you use this and you go over your lips, if you accidentally get some on there, don't worry about that, because we are going to color those red. So we'll color right over the top of that. Okay, now let's add some cheek color. So I've grabbed R02. And let's go out here away from our cheek on the edge. And then the same for this side. And then we'll take R12 to soften it a little bit. And then R11 to go across the entire thing. Okay, now I'm going to go with E00. And we're going to pull that over the top of our cheeks. And I'm going to go up here and go along this edge again. And go across this cheek. And bring this color along her chin. Then I'm going to take whoops, I forgot her ear, so let me grab that again. So E00 over here on this ear. And I'm going to take E000. Let's do those ears before I forget. And then I'm going to take this color and I want to go clear across. And then if you wanted to pinken up her cheeks a little bit more, you could add some more of your colors there. For her lips, let's use R24 and R12. I'm going to start with R24, and I want to do a little bit on each side. And I want to leave a little dash of white there in the middle. So let's bring this, and it's really small, so you want to be careful touching your paper. Just dab it on there just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my R12 to just fill in this little middle section here with the white. And then I think I'll go back with my R24 and just darken up that red on the edges again. For her hair, let's use E59, E08, and E35. And I'm going to start with my E59, and let's start over here on this piggy tail over here. And I'm just going to use this color to flick up from the ends of her hair. Let's see here. And I gotta bring my curve, I got one of my streaks to kind of go around because her hair's kind of going around there. This one's a little more straight, so we'll just add a few straight ones in there. I'm trying to do the ends first so I don't go outside the lines. And then I'm going to go with E08. And we're going to bring this color up a little bit more. And then I'm going to take E35 to fill it in. I'm going to go close to our head here first so we don't color on that. And then I'm just going to put a few streaks down through the E08 into the E59. And let's go do this other side. So again, I'm going to start with E59. And remember to curve your strokes. And then we'll go with E08. And then our E35 to fill it in. And again, I'm bringing this color down into my E08 just to soften that red color just a little bit. And then I'll take my E59 and let's add a few of these little streaks back in here at the bottom. And we do this pigtail over here too. Alright, and then for the bangs up here, we're going to again do our E59 first. Let's do that one, and then we'll work our way across over here. I think I'll bring this color up just a little bit more on this long one. And I'm going to go with E08. And work our way across to the other side. And then we'll go with E35 to fill it in. And then I'm going to take my E59 and go back and add a few streaks in again. And I'm trying to keep my pen more straight up and down so that I can make thinner, streakier lines. And then I'm just going to leave her hair like that. For her pants, let's use B95, 93, and 91. I'm going to start with my B95. And let's see, she's got a little bit, she's got a belt right here, and then she's got a little bit of her pants are showing on the top. So I'm going to brush that. I'm going to fill in this pocket, like so. And then let's fill in this cute little strap that she's got on her pants. And then I want to brush this color along the side and on the opposite side of the stitching. Okay, and then for this pant leg, let's again do this cute little strap she's got. And then I'm going to use this dark color along the inside of her pants. Like that. Then I'm going to go with B93. Bring that over here. Let's fill in the stitching. And then we want to brush this color more this way. And I want to go across the bottom of her pants. Do a little bit around the edge of that little guy's foot. And then I want to do this little buckle she's got, or her pants loop. And then I'm going to take E91 to fill it in. Then I'm going to go over it a second time. So I'm going to grab B95. I want to darken those up a little bit. B93. And then B91 to fill it in. I'm going to go across the entire area just so I can blend it all and squish it all together. And if you color it over those buttons, that's okay, because we are going to color those black. And then I went back with my B95 and I gave her a little bit of an X right here where her pants would maybe have a seam. For her vest and her boots, let's use YR27, 24, and 23, and then Y19. So I'm going to start up here on the vest with YR27. And let's do a little bit down here next to where the bear is touching her vest. And then I want to go along this edge of this side. And I'm going to grab YR24, brush, soften this edge just a little bit, and I'm going to bring this color down along this edge of her vest, soften this edge, and then YR23, I'm going to fill it in. And then I'm going to take my Y19 and go over the entire thing just to soften it all and add a little bit more yellow. Okay, then let's go down here and do her boots. So again, I'm going to go with YR27. And let's do on top of her boot right here. And then let's brush away from the side. Along the bottom. And if you get some on her sole, that's okay, because we're going to color that black. So don't worry if you got some on there. And then we're going to add YR24. And then YR23. And then Y19 to go over the entire thing to squish it all together and add a little bit more of a yellow color. Make them a little bit more shiny. And then I'm going to take my 100 pin and color in her bottom of her boots, or the sole. And if you don't have a the black marker, go ahead and use whatever black marker you use for everything else. Let's do her belt buckle too. So I've grabbed YR27. I'm going to do a little bit inside here, and then I'm going to do over here on this side of the heart, and then away from that little pants strap or belt loop, and then we're going to go with YR24. And then YR23. And then again with Y19, just to add some yellow and to soften them all together. And then for that cute little heart, we're going to use R46. So grab that. And I didn't do anything fancy. I'm just going to color it in. If you wanted to make it a little bit darker, you could go over it a second time where you want to add some shadows. So I'm going to go ahead and go right next to the bear here and add a couple of more strokes. Next, let's do the bear and the hat. For that, we're going to use 100, C8, C6, C4, C2, C00, and our colorless blender. And I'm going to start with 100. And let's go ahead and color in these little buttons that I forgot to do right here on her pant leg. Okay, and then let's do the cute little bear here. So I'm going to go with my 100 pin right underneath of his chin and down the inside of his arm. And then for his leg, let's do right next to his body and right along the edge of his foot. And same for this side, underneath of his body and then along this edge. I also want to do this arm. Okay, do that one. Then let's go with C8. Soften the edge. Let's work our way back around. And then C6. And then we're going to finish those up with C4. Alright, so now let's go up here and we're going to do his ears and his inside of his eyes. So let's start with our, again, 100 pin. We're going to do a little dab there at the base of each ear. And then the outside circle of his eyes. Let's go around here. I'm going to brush this bottom up a little bit more. Same for this side. Let's go around his circle. And I'm going to make it a little bit wider. Next we'll go with C8. I'm going to bring this one around underneath of his middle eye, color that in, and then work my way around on this side over here. And then we'll go with C6. And then C4 to fill that in. I got a little crazy right here, so I'm going to take my colorless blender and erase this inside of his eye there. A little bit of gray in there. Okay, so now, let's do his nose too. So I'm going to grab 100. I'm going to do a little dab along the edge, bottom, and then C8. And then I'm going to fill it in with my C6. Okay, then we're going to move on to the white part. So for that, we're going to start with C2. So I'm going to start over here where her hand is. Let me turn my guy here a little bit. And I'm going to brush this away from her hand. Up underneath of his chin. Bring that out a little bit. And then I'm going to do a little bit along this side of his face too. And then I wanted him to look like his little snout kind of stuck out right here, kind of dented in. So I'm going to do a little bit of color right here around his nose. And then I'm going to go with C00. And we're going to brush right over the edge of our C2. I'm not going all the way across. I'm just flicking over the top of that, and about, I don't know, he's about 3/4 of the way of covered up now. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. And then to soften the edge, I'm going to take my colorless blender and just go along the edge of that color. I'm going to do it this side here too a little bit. And then I just left the rest of him white. So now let's move up here to her hat. So I'm going to grab 100 first. And let's go up here, and I'm going to say that her hat comes across right here and connects with this little fluffy part. And then we're going to bring this color down in here. And same for this side. We're going to go with a little section of her ear there and just bring it down. And then I'm going to go with C8. I'm going to fill this side over here in. C6. And then our C4 to fill this one in. Okay, then let's go up here and we're going to do his eyes too. So I'm going to grab your 100 pin. Let's go underneath of his nose so I don't forget that. So let's do his nose. Like so. And we're going to bring this color around over here. I think I'll draw my line first so I don't accidentally draw outside here. Okay, I like that. So let's go ahead and do that side, and then let's do this side. I'm going to draw a line here so I have a little bit more space so I hopefully don't go out of the lines. I'm going to bring this color. I think I'll bring this side up just a little bit more. Like that. And next I'm going to go with C8, and we're just going to go right along the edge. I'm going to bring this color up here to his eye. And same for this side. Let's go around this eye. I'm going to draw my line first so I don't accidentally color right on there. And we'll bring this color up. Next we'll go with C6. I'm going to go around the opposite side of the eye. For this side. Whoops. Colored right in there anyway, didn't I? And then C4 to fill it in. my colorless blender and see if we can get some of this out of here. Okay. Then let's do, oh, let's finish his nose. See, I forgot about it already. So C8. And then C6. And let's go over the top like this. And I'm going to leave that little white space right there on his nose to give it a little shiny spot. Okay, for his ears, let's do the ears on her hat. So I'm going to grab my, let's skip the 100 pin. Let's go with C8, and I'm going to add some dark spots right in here. I'm going to keep them closer to her head and the bottom down here. Same for this side. So we're going to add a few next to her head, and then more out towards the bottom. And then I'm going to add some C6. And some more dots over here. And when you're dotting, you want to do it fast or you want to do it slow. If you do it fast, you're going to get, this is C4, you're going to get smaller dots. If you do it slow, you're going to get bigger dots. So depending on what kind of dots you want, you're going to lift and drop your pin. And C2. And I bring that down here into the bottom, also where I already put these dark colors. And then I'm going to take my colorless blender and swirl it around inside there. I'm trying not to touch this eye, just keep it in the ear. Same for this side. And kind of soften those and blend all those colors together. Okay, then we're going to go down here. I'm going to add some color to this part of the hat. So I'm going to go with C4. So let's do a C4 down here towards the bottom. And let's do a little bit over here on this side. And I think I'll add a couple more over here. Next, I'm going to add C2. I'm going to bring these colors up here. Same for this side. Dot, 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 dot. And then C00. And then again, I'm going to take my colorless blender and just swirl it over that whole area and soften those colors together. Like that. Okay, so let's do his eyes. So let's grab B000, and we're going to do the eyes. So for this, the little stuffed bear down here, let's do the outside of his eyes. Blue. And then up here for this guy, I'm going to take this color and I'm going to just brush it along the bottom section. I'll come back and brush a little bit more, and I keep my strokes this time a little bit shorter so it's not covering up the entire area. Like that. And then I'm going to take my black 100 pin and I'm going to make him some eyeballs. So let's give him an eyeball right here, and right here. Then on my card, I forgot to color the little bear's eyes in the center, so I'm going to do that this time. I'm going to color the inside of his eye. He looked kind of funny with his eye all white, and I'm like, why does he look weird? And that was why. Now let's give this little panda bear down here some color to his ears and his cheeks. So we're going to use R01 for that. And I'm just going to take my R01 and I'm going to flick up from his head in his ear here. And I'm not going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to leave it a little bit white. More towards the base. And for his cheeks, let's do, right here. And then on this side. Oops. I'm going to take my C00, flick over that just a little bit. Okay, we're also going to use our C00 for a little bit of shade to our shirt. So let's take our C00 and go right along the edge where the bear is. And let's brush this color away from him and out here into her shirt. And then over here on this side. Just want to give it a little bit of a shadow in there. So there's our big Panda Marci all colored up. Doesn't she look cute? And I cut her out before I stuck her on my card. So again, here is the finished card. So she's popped up on some pop dots so that she sticks up off the card. And this cute little doily right here is 2 pieces. So I kind of laid these 2 pieces of cardstock on the card and then adjusted this before I attached it to the card so I would know that it was a little bit from the edge of each side. But it is 2 pieces. It's one, this is one die and this is one die down here. So I hope you had fun coloring with me today. If you have a question, again, leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.